Hello friends, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. Now today's session we'll learn about National Tribunals Commission. Now the recently central government passed one ordinance, so we'll talk about all those details and other objectives of the commission. So before going to start today's session, it's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform, where you will get unlimited access for live and recorded classes by top educators. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy and you can join our Telegram group using this link. So friends, Unacademy is providing 4-in-1 offer, which we will discuss later part of the session. Here is a huge discount offer on our combo subscriptions, and this offer is extended till 26th May. Yes. Then we will discuss this offer in details as well. So Unacademy is providing iconic and plus subscriptions. So those aspirants pursuing their graduation or after their 12th examination, they can go with our iconic subscription where they will get all the features of our plus courses along with additional features like personal guidance, study planner and study material. We are providing plus and iconic paid subscriptions on our platform where you can use referral code RBI Live to get 10% discount. These are the combo subscriptions available on our platform. Here also you can use referral code to get 10% discount. And we have started new batch from 19th May. So it's 1 year batches, 2 year batches and NCRT batches for UPSC CSE. And as per your convenience, you can join these batches. So here is the facility of free test series and Unacademy combat. So friends, let's start today's topic, National Tribunals Commission. Yes, Ramkumar will discuss about all the information related to National Tribunals Commission. So, as I have informed you earlier, so recently central government or central has passed the tribunals reforms. Ordinance 2021. So rationalization and conditions of service. So through this ordinance, the centre has abolished several appellate tribunals and transferred their jurisdiction to the other existing judicial bodies. So the ordinance which talked about and the provisions for the abolition of several appellate tribunals and transferred their jurisdiction to the other existing judicial bodies. So the objectives of this ordinance, it has transferred their jurisdiction to other existing judicial bodies, and the tribunal abolished include the film certification appellate tribunal. So under this ordinance, the various tribunals abolished like the film certification appellate tribunal, and basically this ordinance or this proposal passed by the centre to abolish several appellate tribunals and authorities. Then, so the ordinance has met up with sharp criticism for not only bypassing the usual legislative process, but also for abolishing several tribunals such as the Film Certification Appellate Tribunal, without consultations with stakeholders. So friends, when we are talking about in democracy or any form of government, there are ordinances or rules or the laws passed with the discussion if we are talking about specific in democracy. But now when government passed this ordinance, there was no any suggestions or the consultations with stakeholders of tribunals or the experts about this step. So what happened after that? This is not the time that the central government has tried to interfere with the functioning of the tribunal. And this interference of the executive in the domain of the tribunals can be termed as violations of separation of powers. As we know, there are different verticals are running the government. So through this or through these steps, the interference of the executive in the domain of the tribunals can be termed as violation of separation of powers. So, on the way to regulate the matters of tribunals without compromising their independence is the establishment of the National Tribunal Commission, that is NTC. So, to regulate the matters of the tribunal without compromising their independence is the establishment of NTC, National Tribunals Commission. Now we'll see the current state of tribunals in India. So friends, lack of independence. According to the Vidhi Center for Legal Policy Reform, that is reforming the Tribunals Framework in India, the lack of independence is one of the key issues plaguing tribunals in India. At the outset, the system of appointment through selection committees severely affected the independence of tribunals, and additionally, the issues of reappointment and the proclivity to appointment retired judges have the potential to affect the independence of tribunals. So like the lack of independence is one of the key issues which plaguing tribunals in India. So basically, if we are talking about the judicial system, which should be independent from the interference of all verticals of the government. So in tribunals are also independence is required to perform their duties. Now, the system of appointment through the selection committees, which severely affects the independence of tribunals. So, if we are talking about administrative or political interference during the appointment of these posts, then the issue of reappointment and the proclivity to appoint retired judges have the potential to affect the independence of tribunals. Now, problem of non-uniformity. Yes, there is issue of non-uniformity. So added to this, there is a problem of non-uniformity across the tribunals with respect to service conditions, tenure of members, varying nodal ministries in charge of different tribunals, and these factors contribute significantly to malfunctioning in the managing and administration of tribunals. Yes, so like lack of independence, problem of non-uniformity, and the problem of non-uniformity across the tribunals, where as with related to service condition, tenure of members, varying nodal ministries in charge of different tribunals. So these factors significantly to malfunctioning in the contribute these factors or contribute significantly to misfunctioning in the managing and administration of tribunals. Then there are institutional issues as well. Now, what are the institutional issues? Like executive interference in the functioning of tribunals is often seen in provisions of finances, infrastructure, personnel and other resources required for day-to-day functioning of the tribunals. So executive interference, which also lead to malfunctioning of the tribunals. So these are the institutional issues like the provision of finances, infrastructure, personnel and other resources which are required for day-to-day functioning of the tribunals. So there should be ample of finances, the provision of, or there should be a good infrastructure, personnel and other resources to perform their duties independently is required. But due to the executive interference, sometimes or most of the times, which is malfunctioning of the tribunals, which lead to the this interference. Now we'll see the national tribunals. After these factors, we'll see National Tribunals Commission and its impact. So the idea of National Tribunal Commission was first mooted by the Supreme Court in L. Chandrakumar versus Union of India 1997. So the objective of like NTC is envisaged to be an independent umbrella body to supervise the functioning of tribunals, appointment of and disciplinary proceedings against members, and to take care of administrative and infrastructural needs of the tribunal. So the idea of an NTC was first mooted by the Supreme Court in 1997 in the case L. Chandrakumar versus Union of India. And the objective of NTC, National Tribunals Commission, which the body, like independent body, to supervise the functioning of tribunals, appointment of and disciplinary proceedings against members, and to take care of administrative and infrastructural needs of the tribunals. Then, uniformity. So, the National Tribunals Commission, which support uniform administration across all tribunals, it could set performance standards for the efficiency of tribunals and their own administrative processes. Then, ensuring powers or separation of powers. So, giving the NTC the authority to set members' salaries, allowances, and other service conditions which subject to regulations would help maintain tribunals' independence. And the NTC could pave the way for the separation of the administrative and judicial functions which carried out by various tribunals. So National Tribunal Commission. National Tribunals Commission was formed, or the idea of an NTC was first mooted by the Supreme Court. So they talked about the objective of NTC. So this independent body which will supervise the functioning of tribunals, their appointment of members, and also disciplinary proceedings of against members. The NTC, National Tribunals Commission, will take care of administrative and infrastructural needs of tribunals to ensure their independence. Yes, this NTC will support uniform administration across all tribunals. So there should be uniformity in their administration. Then, ensuring separation of powers. So, the NCT, the authority to set members, salaries, allowances, and other service conditions which subject to regulations which would help maintain tribunals' independence. And the NTC could pave the way for the separation of the administrative and judicial functions which carried out by various tribunals. Then there is also expansion of services. So, in which the expansion of services where a corporatized structure of NTC with a board, a CEO and secretariat will allow it to scale up its services and provide requisite administrative support to all tribunals across the country. So the expansion of services is also mentioned, like corporatized structure of NTC with a board and a CEO and a secretariat which allow it to scale up its services. Then autonomous oversight. So NTC could function as an independent recruitment body to develop and operationalize the procedure for disciplinary proceedings and appointment of tribunal members. So an NTC will effectively be able to bring in uniformity in the appointment system, meanwhile ensuring that it is independent and transparent. Yes. So the autonomous oversight. Then now we'll see the legal backing for NTC. Why is it required? So when we are talking about the developing an independent oversight body for accountable governance which requires a legal framework that protects its independence and impartiality. Then, where the institutional design is not properly convinced, partisan interest can twist the law to serve political or private interests. So in India, executive interference in the functioning of tribunals is often seen in matters of appointment and removal of tribunal members. So there is need to the legal backing. So it is also evident in provision of finances, infrastructure, personal and other resources which are required for day-to-day functioning of the tribunals, and therefore the NTC must be established via a constitutional amendment, or it should be backed by statute. The guarantees it functional, operational and financial independence. So there is need to legal backing for NTC which developing an independent oversight body for accountable governance which requires a legal framework that protects its independence and impartiality. Now, they should be learning from NGSC issue. So NTC will need to adhere to standards set by judiciary in maintaining its independence. So due to an overwhelming executive role, the National Judicial Appointments Commission, NJSC, was seen to be severely compromising the independence of the judiciary. Thus, the executive as well as the bar being relevant stakeholders, should form a part of any NTC, but it needs to give primacy to judicial members. Yes, and there is doing away with reappointments. So, the NTC must also do away with the system of reappointment of tribunal members due to its impact on the independence of the tribunal. Yes, so doing away with reappointments. So here we have come to the conclusion of National Tribunals Commission. So it is important to understand that the tribunals were set up to reduce the burden of cases from regular courts. A reform to the tribunal system in India may as well be one of the case to remedy the age-old problem that still cripples the Indian judicial system. So the problem of judicial delay and backlog. So in this context, which is the establishing the NTC will definitely entail a radical restructuring of the present tribunals system. So friends, it's all about the National Tribunals Commission, NTC. So we have discussed today, like the center has passed Tribunals Reforms Ordinance 2021, where this ordinance, which abolished several appellate tribunals and transferred their jurisdiction to other existing judicial bodies. So the tribunals abolished include the Film Certification Appellate Tribunal. So this is not the time that the central government has tried to interfere with the functioning of the tribunal, and this interference of the executive in the domain of the tribunals can be dubbed as violation of separation of powers. So one way to regulate the matters of tribunals without compromising their independence is the establishment of the National Tribunals Commission. Then we have discussed about current state of tribunals in India. So there is lack of independence. So there are various factors and issues related to the independence of tribunals. Then the problem of non-uniformity. So the factor of non-uniformity across tribunals with respect to the service condition, tenure of members, wherein nodal ministries in charge of different tribunals, and the factors contribute significantly to malfunction in the managing and administration of tribunals. Then we have discussed institutional issues like the executive interference in the functioning of tribunals is often seen in provision of finances, infrastructure, personal and other resources which required for day-to-day functioning of the tribunals. Then we have discussed NTC and its impact. So the objective of National Tribunals Commission is to be an independent body to supervise the functioning of tribunals, appointment of members, and disciplinary proceedings against members, and also to take care of administrative and infrastructural needs of the tribunals. Then the uniformity. So National Tribunals Commission will support uniform administration across all tribunals. It could set performance standards for the efficiency of tribunals and their own administrative processes, ensuring separation of powers. So giving the NTC the authority to set members' salaries, allowances, and other service conditions which subject to regulations would help maintain tribunals' independence. Then we have discussed about expansion of services. So a corporatized structure of NTC with a board and a CEO and a secretariat will allow it to scale up its services. And then autonomous oversight. So National Tribunals Commission could function as an independent recruitment body to develop and operationalize the procedure for disciplinary proceedings and appointment of tribunal members. Then we have discussed legal backing for NTC. So when we are talking about any body or organization to be perform their duties independently and impartially, there should be legal backing for that organization is mandatory. So same like the legal backing for NTC is also essential. Where the institutional design is not properly convinced, partisan interest can twist the law to serve political or private interests. So in India, the executive interference in the functioning of tribunals is often seen in matters of appointment and removal of tribunal matters, which will curtail after the legal backing of NTC. Then the NTC must be established by a constitutional amendment, and or it should be backed by state that guaranteed states that guaranteed its functional, operational, and financial independence. Then there are examples like learning from National Judicial Appointments Commission and doing away with reappointments. So there was an issue like example when due to an overwhelming executive role, the NJSC was seen to be severely compromising the independence of the judiciary. So government should learn from the NJSC issue and give independence to the NTC and doing away with reappointments, as the NTC must also do away with the system of reappointment of tribunal members due to its impact on the independence of the tribunal. And then we discussed about the conclusion. So friends, it's all about the National Tribunals Commission. Now Unacademy is providing 4-in-1 offer for all aspirants, where friends you will get printed notes worth rupees 10,000 absolutely free with our 1-year subscription. we are providing mega subscription offer where you will get guaranteed validity till next preliminary examination. Then those aspirants facing financial constraint to start their preparation or continue their preparation. So Unacademy is providing loan for UPSC subscription, and also we are providing 10% discount using referral code RBI Live. So do not forget to use code RBI Live while taking subscription on our platform. Now here we are providing huge discount on our combo subscription. So friends, if you will go with 1 year or 2 year subscription for general studies and optional subject, you will get huge discount, that is 25% with optional and 10% with using referral code RBI Live. So this offer is extended till 26th May. So hurry up and enroll yourself for this mega discount subscription offer. And those aspirants will choose to minimum 2 years of iconic subscription for limited seats, that is first 100 students we will provide one-on-one personal mentoring by top educators. So link is provided. So through this link you can apply for this program. So friends, that's it for today's session. See you in the next lecture with new topic. Till the time, keep revising, keep studying, and do not forget to join new batches. We have started from 19th May. That is 1 year batches, 2 year batches, and NCRT batches. Those aspirants planning to appear for this year prelims, they can opt for free test series. So you can use code RBI Live to unlock the test where we will cover general studies and current affairs part. And Unacademy Combat we are conducting on every Sunday morning 11 a.m. So here you can boost up your preparation with Unacademy. You can judge or just evaluate your progress through ranking system, and you can enroll using code RBI Live. And now this combat is available in Hindi and English medium. So friends, stay home, stay safe. All the best.